Hello and welcome to another edition of Andy's Shed Live, this one for Sunday the 10th of May 2020. I hope you're all well out there and all enjoying yourselves, and hopefully the lockdown is almost over here in the UK, so that'd be great. If it's over, I am looking forward to it being over and people getting back to normal and getting back to work and shops being open again and stuff like that, which a lot of the things that have closed, it's really annoying because a lot of the things that have closed should never have closed. They were never on the list of things that had to close. They've just closed for no good reason. Haven't you, McDonald's and KFC? Yes, because I'm getting thoroughly sick of it now. So I would say get back to work, everybody. Alright, whether it's right or wrong, I don't care. Get back to work. Right, it's a very short show today, because basically I've got a ton of stuff to do tonight and it's not gone well at all this week. Like I say, can't get anything, can't go out, can't get anything, all the shops are closed. It's absolutely diabolical living in the UK at the minute, absolutely diabolical. Oh, to live in Sweden where there's been no lockdown. But yeah, so not been up to much this week, and I've got so bored this week that I've actually started restoring screwdrivers. And I've got so bored, I've done this many so far. All these, what some people call them amber handle screwdrivers, but of course they're not all amber. Some of them are different colours. There's a blue one and a red one there. I've restored all these this week. Now, they didn't start out like this. They were covered in paint. They were all scratched up because these handles are actually a kind of plastic. These handles. And they were all scratched up and, as I say, covered in paint, and you couldn't see through them like this. They weren't translucent anymore, some of them, because they were that scratched and stuff. So basically, all I did to sort them out was I sort of used a blade to sort of ping the bits of thick paint off that were on them, you know, the dribbles of paint where they've been used for opening paint cans and things like that. I sort of pinged the bits of thick paint off by getting a sharp blade, like a scalpel blade, underneath them and pinging the bits of paint off. And then I rubbed them down, first with fairly coarse sandpaper actually, and then with some wire wool. And then they weren't translucent at all. Then they went sort of all cloudy because obviously I scratched the surface of them. But the magic thing I did then to polish them was I actually painted them with yacht varnish. Believe it or not, Ronseal gloss yacht varnish. Now there's a guy in America called Scout Crafter, who does a load of tool restorations. You can find him on YouTube and that. He used lots of tool restorations, and it was his restorations that gave me the idea on how to do this. And yeah, so that's exactly what I did. I got the thing and just painted it. I didn't even spray it on. It's actually brushed on. And just sort of painted on. That's it. Ronseal gloss yacht varnish. It is in a little tin. I just painted it on with a big paintbrush, let it dry, and that is the result. Don't know how well you can kind of see that. But some of these are quite nice because at least a couple of them, these two here, are Steadfast, which is an old Sheffield company that used to make these Steadfast screwdrivers, and I believe these are probably electrician screwdrivers originally. They probably originally had like a insulated sheath on here. This long one certainly did, but it was so manky and torn up and that I took it off. But these screwdrivers, if you notice, they're not shaped on the end. they are the same width all the way down, which is unusual because screwdrivers normally, if I show you that one, have that sort of fat bit at the end, and I've never seen a reason for that fat bit being there. I've always thought that's a bit stupid, particularly if you've got to screw down a hole in something, because often those kind of wings, that fat bit, means you can't get the blooming thing down the hole to get the screw out. So these are quite good, these quality steadfast ones, because they don't have that fat bit on them. You see, they're just the length, just the width rather, of the entire shaft. If I hold them against that light bit there, you'll be able to kind of see. So that's what I've been up to this week. I've been restoring all these, and I've got some more to do as well. And when we get back to normal again, which hopefully will be soon, when we get back to normal again, I'm going to be going out around the car boot sales now and looking for more of these, what they call amber handled screwdrivers with these plastic handles, because I do like them when they're nice and shiny like that. They look really, really nice. When I did them today, I did them sort of in the conservatory here, and I had them all stuck blade down into things while the varnish dried on the handles and the sun was shining through them. They look really nice. They look like works of art sort of thing. So that's the screwdrivers, and these two at least are steadfast, and that's an old Sheffield firm that is no longer with us, I believe, but they are made by Steadfast in Sheffield. And you can tell they're steadfast because of the design of the little flutes on here. The steadfast ones have little raised bits on rather than having bits that are cut away like this one's got. Can I get it more in focus? See how that's got bits that are cut away? That one. Well, steadfast have raised bits normally instead. Can you see how they are just like a little raised ridge? And they do, if you look very carefully, somewhere say steadfast on them, on here somewhere. Right, so that's what we've been up to this week. We've been messing about this week with steadfast screwdrivers and other screwdrivers, and I'm amazed how many I've found that I've got. That's the thing that's surprised me about it, because you know, you go to events and that, and you see a box of tools at like 10p each or 50p each or something, and you buy one or two bits and pieces out of it, and you bring them home and you sort of chuck them in the box and you forget you've got them. When you get all those together that you've forgotten about, you suddenly realise that you've got far more tools than you ever imagined, and some of them are actually quite good quality. So these screwdrivers, some of them I'll probably be putting back to use again, but now I've restored the handles, I don't want to just throw them in a toolbox and have them all rattling around in a toolbox. So I want to make something now for them to go in, and that's what I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it, because I need to make something now for them to go in so these handles don't get all chipped up and that. So yeah, I need to figure out something to put them in. Well, whether I make a box or a fabric tool roll sort of thing, I don't know. If you've got any ideas on what I should do, let me know. Either comment below if you're watching on YouTube or Library, or better still, drop me an email via our website, which is here, andyshed.coldpress.net. Now, some people have said they don't know how to drop an email from that. Basically, all you do is you go to the website and you look for the thing on the menu that says Contact Us. Click on that, and that will take you to a page, and there's a form to fill in. Basically, that's a contact form. It'll ask you to put your email address and that on, and the message that you want to send. If you want to send me a photo, you can't send a photo on that form, but if you want to send me a photo, just send me a little message saying, "Oi, contact me back, I want to send you a photo," and I will email you back with an email address you can send photos to if you want to contact us and send us a photo. Because one or two people have been in touch this week about problems they've been having with telephones and that, and they wanted to send me photos, and that's the way to do it. Get in touch with us from using the contact form on andyshed.coldpress.net, and then once you've contacted me using that form, I will then send you back an email, and then you'll have an email address that you can then send photos to. Okay? We don't put the email address up on the website, because if we do that, there's like internet search bot things that scan the website, and then I get loads of spam emails asking me if I want to join the Nigerian lottery and things like that, which we really don't particularly want to do. So yeah, so get in touch with us there, andyshed.coldpress.net. That is the place to go to do that. If you know anything about what I can do to make something to put these screwdrivers in. Okie dokie. Marvellous. Great stuff. There's not a lot happened on the telephone front this week. In fact, there's absolutely nothing happened on the telephone front this week, really, other than I have started to clean up some of the bits of the pyramid foam that I showed you last week. The pyramid foam that I got in bits, the bag of bits. Yes. Is here. These are the bits, the innards of the pyramid phone, of the 200 series phone in the UK. I've started to clean up some of these bits, some of the screws and things that have got old verdigris on them. I've put them in a little polythene bag. In fact, I put the little polythene bag back inside the bigger polythene bag, if you can see it there. I put them in a little polythene bag, basically filled it with contact cleaner, the bag, or squirted some contact cleaner into it. So they were running in contact cleaner, these little screws with the verdigris on, then basically shut the bag up, and that's cleaned those up quite nicely, the little screws in there. So I'm now at a stage where I'm getting it all cleaned up with contact cleaner and stuff, so I'll then be able to start putting it all back together. So that's good. So maybe next week or the week after, you'll hopefully see things coming back together with that. So that should be quite good as well. Right, that about wraps it up for this week. I said it was only a short show this week because I've got to go into a Zoom meeting in just a few minutes' time about a radio station that might hopefully be setting up just down the road here in Cresswell in the not too distant future. But we'll be back here around about the same time, same place next week. If you've not been since last week as well, check on the channel, whether you're watching on YouTube or library, it's in both places. Check on the channel, you'll find a new Lost Railways video that got uploaded a couple of days ago, where I explore Plesley East Station and the tracks running to Plesley East Station. It follows on from the last Lost Railways video that I did about Rowthorne and Hardwick Station. No, about Rowthorne Station rather, sorry. Yeah, Rowthorne. Follows on from that, which in turn follows on from the one about Polston and Sutton, which in turn follows on from the one about Bolsover Castle. So if you want to follow that Lost Railways series, where I'm there on the Doley branch line, then just click on the channel and look at the other videos and that. Or you can find some of them, although not the very latest one, but you can find some of them on the website again, andyshed.coldpress.net. And if you're watching this after the fact, I might even have got round to putting the latest one up on there as well. Right, that really is it for now. Have a great week ahead, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic one. Hopefully, we will be easing the lockdown at least here in the UK, if not coming out of it entirely, which I don't think is going to happen yet. But you can wish, can't we? But until next time. Thanks for watching, and also thanks to our patrons. The screen coming up about that now. But till next week, thanks for watching, bye for now.